Hi, I am Jason, and today I'm gonna give a presentation on the Romance of the Kingdom, the Radcliffe adaptation. Right, that is the agenda, and this is how much I'm gonna talk about today. So, as the introduction, Radcliffe, a story of the battle in the novel Romance of the Kingdom, the pariah, some of the key themes in the Chinese culture. And these themes are brought out by the character in the novel as well as in the movie. As the story of this perspective in the New Kingdom also provides some contrasting women role in the ancient China. Both the novel and the movie share some themes and plot to bring out the key idea of the ancient China. Okay, let's go on the cultural aspect. So the film accurately shows the Chinese tradition from 200 AD when the Radcliffe battle took place. The film focused on the same cultural paradigm in China as well as the volumes that focused by the novel. The film and the novel were in China cultural aspect to portray China as a civilized, observant, respectful, and disciplined nation. So from the reading of the novel and the viewer of the movie, we felt that the military conduct of Chinese as well as the technological events. Additionally, the novel and the film show the appreciation of the Chinese for literature, art, and music. Now, the Chinese are portrayed to be creative and innovative in the use of nature and cultural resources to be a successful warrior. For example, military leaders like Cao Cao and Zhou Yu appreciate art and music as Cao Cao admires sipping tea, while Zhou Yu played guqin. Zhuge Liang is also one of the used like weather focused on weather to make some prediction on the Radcliffe movies. Okay, next we go down to some character portrayal. So the character portrayed in the almost the same manner in the novel and the movie. So Cao Cao, which is the picture there, is portrayed as a ruthless and cruel king of Wei with enormous army and much ambition in both the novel and the film. Liu Bei is characterized as the king of the Shu, which is a hero and protagonist, and his judgment is shown to be good and portrayed as a kind-hearted warrior. And Sun Quan, in both the film and novel, he is the Wu state's founder, and Zhuge Liang is the one insignificant character that is a trusted advisor of Liu Bei and is portrayed as the expert of strategies and diversity. The film and the novel have tie on how they present characters. However, there are some difference on how the characters are portrayed. For example, Cao Cao in the novel has evil and sinister moment, which are not portrayed in the film, and Zhou Yu is shown differently in the film as he saw as cool and bad, who is attempting to do bad thing with Zhuge Liang. In the film, the characters are shown by director Wu to have a clear distinction between the hero and villain. Okay, next we will be conveying the social criticism and the humor. So in the adoption, humor is presented in similar and other instances in different ways. But the criticism is presented in the same way in the adoption and in the novel. So the criticism present the same way. Both the adaptation and novel can make a theme clear, and the convenience of the humor is different in some part of the adoption to bring clear image of the same purpose for the villain and the hero in the movie. Next, we will talk about why certain part of the is emphasized by the adoption. So one of the key reasons for the film is to be appealing to a large population that cares and addition to make the theme clear for an anticipated audience. So in the adoption of the film, emphasize on female character to show the impact of war as the wife of Liu Bei died from initial attack to territory of Liu Bei. The incident is not discussed in the novel, but is shown in the film. The movie also shows on the brotherhood and friendship so people need to reunite even after a fight. Next, we'll go down to some philosophical tradition. One of the Chinese traditional philosophical tradition emphasizing the adoption is Taoism. Taoism is composed of practice and thought that are viewed as religious or philosophical or as combination of both practice and thought. The adoption emphasized on some parts, so how followers of Taoism are humble, compassionate, and possession self-control. Some characters in the adoption and the novel are shown to pay attention in understanding natural reality, increased longevity, and morality life order. Additionally, they focus on regulating diet and consciousness as well as practicing rulership. This makes the adoption to emphasize on some part of the novel and leave other completely so as to make it clear. And next we have another reason that the confusion. Confusions. This one of the other reasons that the adoption to emphasize on certain part and leave the other completely. So Confucianism is ethical and social philosophy rather than a religion. It's a neutral individual inner factor by supporting the ethical content and ethical maturation. So it promotes also respect and love concept for the family, including ancestors. Whereas in the film or the novel, Liu Bei abandoned his alliance as directed, which make Zhang Fei to stand against his decision to back out on his word. And Liu Bei understand the federal parity confusion idea, but also understand that it's essential to abide by what is right and what is pleased aligned with Wu. Confucian advocate for doing the right thing even when it call for disagreement with elder. In this case, Zhang Fei showed his philosophical tradition by his action. The federal idea was significant in ancient Chinese culture and even for today's culture. Next, we'll talk about some of the anticipated audience. So the anticipated audience would be some current generation of the individual who want to learn about the ancient Chinese tradition and more of the anticipated audience would maybe for the film or the novel is like be a group of researcher or maybe even a student who seek to learn about the Chinese culture. And something we saw in the film is like the gender between the film and the novel is some gender differences. So in the adoption, the woman plays a significant role in which is not portrayed in the novel. On the two pictures here, on the left is the Xiao Qiao, Zhou Yu's wife, and also on the right hand side is Chun Shangxiang, the princess of the Wu. So in the Chinese ancient culture, or maybe any culture, women do not have like equal stand as men, and they are not hidden men as in the film scenario that when Sun Shangxiang refused to marry Liu Bei and beat him up. And the films make the female character more appealing to audience in the West and East modern day. Women play a vital role in the historical events which are not appreciated enough in the novel and both the movie. And last but not least, let's go to some of my own preferences. So first, I was impressed with the ties between the novel and the film, and however, but I would still choose the adoption of the original, because that the adoption shows the reality and the fiction to bring out the theme of the original clearly, and that the adoption provides broad insight the ancient Chinese culture in a visual manner. The adoption is giving important insight to the theme and make it easy for the audience to understand the culture and understand some of the story that is happening in the Three Kingdoms. And that's all I'm gonna say today. And thank you for listening and watching.